Alright, it's several hours later. It's 9:30 at night. And I've got the brakes all put back together. And simple, but it's a little complicated. Anyways, I got my midi vac, which is a hand pump vacuum, and it sucks the oil through the brake system. And it uses a special fitting on the end to hold onto the bleeder tight. I've got Teflon tape on the threads not to suck any air, and I used this successfully on the Toro home. Let's see what happens here. Pump it up and create vacuum in the brake system and pull the brake oil through and get the air out and the old oil out. And I've been putting in synthetic. I looked in the trunk, which is up front like an elephant, and I've got synthetic brake fluid in there, so I don't know why it's absorbing water and rusting or whatever's happening, but it's going to be time for new brake cylinders. Nothing. I'm going to crack it open a bit more. Should get some new rubber ends. I'm sure the rubber deteriorates and it has to be a tight seal, otherwise it'll suck air through the rubber fitting instead of through the whole system. I'm not getting anything here. Whoops. Oh yeah. No barb on the plastic pipe to hold things tight. Alright, I'll play around with this. Don't go away. Alright, battery cable on. Got some interior lights. I've been pumping that, squeezing that midi vac, and there's absolutely nothing. I tested it, it works, so I pumped the brakes a few times, and the pedal's kind of limp. It's hanging there at the bottom. So, pumped it 10 times and went to my wheel cylinders. I checked the master to make sure it was full, and I got a little bit of oil splashing out of here. So I plugged the midi vac back in. Yep, brake pedal's down. I plugged the midi vac back in on the other side, passenger side. Oops. Oh yeah. That really holds on tight. Makes for a good seal. Oil over my shoes. Yeah. Put that on the bleeder. Like I said, I better get some new ends. These are getting a little tired. And let's vacuum the brake system. Oh yeah, we're building some vacuum. There's the air. Yep, sucks it into this little beaker. There's the air, you hear it? I'll turn down the radio. Had enough radio. Made the Staples. It was a nice interview, but I've had enough. What with the Beach Boys, Jan and Dean. Like the fellow said on American Graffiti, I've had enough of that surfing crap. Milner, I think, said that. Driving a piss yellow Deuce Coupe. Or was it puke green? Better check to make sure my master cylinder's full. I've done that before, emptied it out. A lot of good that does. Three-quarters empty. I'll just put brake fluid in from a sealed container. I don't know if it's as important with this newer synthetic stuff. The old stuff was alcohol based and would definitely absorb water. Much like a cold beer mug does. Full. Don't clamp the top on, it's got to be able to suck a bit of air in to displace the oil that's moving down the system. And just leaving the lid on, sitting on top will be fine. I've seen people drive with the lid off. Just keeps contaminants out of the system, really. That's still on. Yep. Alright. Hear it? sucking it in. Got into my big vacuum cleaner. It's time to quit for the night, I think. I didn't suck any air in. The master cylinder was had enough oil in it. That side's closed up. Just a little rubber seal, not much to that little piece. Okay, good vacuum. It's open. There's the oil. .22 inches, almost off the scale. Only goes to 30. Guess it would help if somebody was pumping a bit from the front to help get the oil through the system. Guess theoretically that's the air coming out of the brake system. Sure is a lot. The fluid looks nice and clean. I should do this to my Harley and all my vehicles, but who has the time? Alright. Yeah. Coat hanger to hang this thing up, otherwise it just flails. Close up this bleeder. Many times I'll remove the bleeder and it's plugged at the bottom with rust, so you have to take a drill bit and drill it out from two directions. I've had that happen many times where the bleeder is blocked because the little rubber cap wasn't on the end to keep the junk out, and it'll rust after years and years and years, especially the front ones. If you've got disc brakes and the bleeder sticks straight up, a little bit of rust forms in the bottom, so you got to drill it that way, and then blow it out and clean the threads on a wire brush and put a drop of anti-seize on the threads, but don't get any anti-seize into the brake system because it's water alcohol based as opposed to oil, and oil will kill the system. So it's very important that you not get any oil into the system at all, not even a drop. Oops. Is that empty? Fumbling here with my flashlight. Wow. Almost. Oil leaking everywhere. Making a mess. I don't know where it's coming from. Right, I'm going to fill it up.